Configuring Layer 2 VPN lab. Upon completing this lab, you will be able to know the requirements to establish Layer 2 VPN PWE3 type, configure PWE3 VC between customer sites, and verify the connectivity between customer sites. In the lab topology, we will have customer site 2 and customer site 4 are connected to PE1 and PE2. PE1 and PE2 will provide and configure Layer 2 VPN service for them. There are 4 tasks to be finished in this lab. 1. Configure OSPF for MPLS network. 2. Configure MPLS and LDP globally and on interfaces of the MPLS network to establish LSPs. We've done task 1 and task 2 in lab 1, so we will proceed with task 3 and task 4. Task 3 is to enable Layer 2 VPN and configure LDP remote peer between PEs. 4. Configure Layer 2 VC between PEs on ACs. Let's get started with configuring PE1. Right-click on it, CLI, System View to access the system view of PE1. Then I have to enable the MPLS L2VPN using command MPLS L2VPN, quit. Then I have to configure the MPLS LDP remote peer. I'll name the MPLS LDP remote peer session with 2_PE2. Then the remote IP has to be added. The remote IP is the LSR ID of PE2, which is 3.3.3.3. Then I have to go to the access interface, which is the AC attachment circuit connected from PE1 to CE2, and configure the PWE3 circuit. So I have to go interface 3, interface Giga Ethernet interface 0/0/3 and configure the MPLS L2VC for it by running command MPLS L2VC. Then the peer, which is 3.3.3.3. This is the peer that will be connected to this VC, and then the VC ID as 100. Then enter. Now I have configured the AC, which is the attachment circuit on interface 3, started from this interface, and the destination will be PE2, and the VC ID is 100. I'll go to PE2 now and do same configuration. Right click on it, command line, system view, MPLS L2VPN, then MPLS LDP remote peer, then the session name, I name it as PE1, 2_PE1, then the remote IP, then the remote IP, which is the LSR ID 1.1.1.1. I have to disable the traps to be able to clearly configure the Layer 2 VPN service. I'll use command undo terminal trapping, then go back again to the system view. Now it's time to configure the attachment circuit, which is from interface 3 of PE2 connected to CE4. Interface Giga Ethernet 0/0/3, and I'll configure MPLS L2VC to the destination IP PE1 1.1.1.1, and the VC 100 must be same as what we configured there on PE1. Now let's check on the VC state 100 by using command display MPLS L2VC. We have here the client interface 0/0/3 and the session state is up, AC status is up, and VC state is up. Now I have successfully configured the VC of the PWE3 between PE1 and PE2. The service interface from PE1 is interface 3, and service interface from PE2 is interface 3 as well. So we expect that CE4 now can get to CE2, and they can be configured with an IP address to make sure they are able to reach each other. Here we have an IP on interface 3 of CE2, and there on CE4 we have interface 3 configured with an IP address on the same subnet, configured with an IP address with the same subnet to test the IP connectivity exactly like CE2 and CE4 are on the same subnet to test the layer 2 VPN service. So let's go to CE2, display IP interface brief. We have here interface Giga Ethernet 0/0/3. I will configure it with an IP address 0/0/3. Let's configure it with an IP address 100.1.1.1.1 and subnet mask 30. I'll go to CE4 and configure interface 3 as well. Interface 3 0/0/3 and configure it with an IP address 100.1.1.2/30. Now CE2 and CE4 are connected in the same subnet because we configure and provide layer 2 VPN service to CE2 and CE4. So I'll configure CE4 interface 3 with same subnet of the interface at CE2. The IP address here is 2 and the IP address on CE2 is 1. Let's test now the connectivity from CE4, ping 100.1.1.1. Now I'm able to receive ping reply from CE2. So I have successfully configured PE1 and PE2 to enable layer 2 VPN service for CE2 and CE4 so they can connect to each other on the same subnet as layer 2 VPN service. As a summary to what we've done in the lab, we enabled L2VPN and configured LDP remote peer, and that was done under system view. We run command MPLS L2VPN, then we run command MPLS LDP remote peer, then the peer name. Under the MPLS LDP view, we configured remote peer and the peer LSR ID, which is the loopback IP address of the PE peer, which is PE2. Then we configured L2VC between PEs on ACs. As we said before, we mean AC as the attachment circuit, which is the interface between the PE and the CE router. We configured the layer 2 VC under system view by specifying the interface between the PE and CE. Then under the interface view, we configured MPLS L2VC, then the PE peer IP address, which is the loopback IP address of the PE peer, and the VC ID. It's very important to know that VC ID between PEs must be identical. If it was not identical, the VC status couldn't be up.